high school field. Wow. This field has so many memories for our family. So my boys are here. We're here. We just got done with the yard sale for Lucy. So we grabbed some dinner or lunch, dinner, whatever time it is. And my boys asked, Mom, can we go to Dixie and park and eat and just let the kids nap and let us play football? They just love it here. They love this place, Dixie. And I'll tell you why. Okay, so I'll tell you why Dixie is so special to our family. Well, first of all, me and Andy were married in 2008 here this month, actually January. We were married in 2008. And Andy at the time was playing professional football. And shortly after we got married, he decided he wasn't going to play professional anymore. And he wanted to move back and just like be a family because he was in New York at the time. When he came back, he actually he was already training some kids here at Dixie. And so Dixie that's kind of how it had its mark in his life, because he was working with athletes from Dixie and training them. And he would come to Dixie High School and train here and run on the track and work out in the weight room and all the things while he was in the league. When we got married, he got his first coaching job. Well, I volunteered. Coaches are volunteers. If you didn't know that, now you know. They get paid very, very small, like pennies. So, Major, he's so cute. They're trying to get the ball. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. These guys are living their best lives. Hold on. I'll get back to the story shortly. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm sorry. Look at them. It's so fun to see. It's like kind of nostalgic to see them here this old, because they haven't been to this field since they were little. Okay, so he started coaching the freshmen. He got an opportunity to coach the freshman Dixie team. He was the head football coach. We would actually practice down at a field down there by the middle school. And I would come to practice with him every day. I was pregnant with Major that first year. And so I would come with him to practice every day. I would sit on my little blanket I would bring and I would watch practice or just hang out. And then when Major was born, we would bring Major. I would go to every practice with him. And I would take Major and we would watch practice and hang out. But as we were married longer, as we grew, had more kids, that's what we did. We would come to practice with Andy every single day. You might think I'm crazy. And a lot of people were like, dang, doesn't your wife have a life? Doesn't your wife have a life? Why is she coming to practice all the time? That was our thing. We just loved being together. We loved hanging out. We loved, the boys became my boys. The football players became our, just part of our family. They knew me. They knew, they knew our kids. And then as Andy started coaching high school, we would come to this field. I would walk the track. My kids would come here. They would play all over the field, run around the field, get to know the football players. And then Andy became the head football coach of the varsity. This field is it's like home. I think for my kids, they have so many great memories here. So many great memories because this is where we spent most of our time. And I know that sounds so weird to people, but it was just such this is where we got to know the kids, the football players. We built relationships with them. Dixie football for us was family. At the football games, I would sit over here. I would sit over there in the end zone with my chair, with my kids, and that's where we would watch the game. And my family would come, whoever would come from my family would come, and we would sit. They would all come and join me and sit right there. And it was so funny because like sometimes during the games, I ran into some of the moms actually the other day when I spoke down here at Utah Tech, and they were like, we remember when you were so pregnant and you would stand on the sideline behind Andy when he was coaching and just be like, honey, you got this. And you would feed him positive things, and you'd be running up and down the sideline with your belly, and so cute and so excited. And that's what it was. Like, Dixie football was family. Like, I was a part, like, I don't know, I miss that. Honestly, that's the biggest thing that I miss from, besides like my family and my best friend and dancing, like Dixie football. I miss those days. Like, I miss those days so much. Football players would come and dance at all of our concerts and be a part of the show. Like, they wanted to serve and give back and be a part of the concerts, and they loved it. Like, they loved being a part of the benefit concerts. They loved learning a routine. They felt so cool. They felt so like useful and a part of something big. All the football players would come and help with the props. They would help take turns. And it was just so cute because they wanted to. Honestly, it was just, it's so like the memories of being on this field just come flooding back. And one specific memory that comes back that was so cute was that Major and Legend stood in for homecoming. I think it was homecoming for two of the football players. They were on the royalty or on the nominations or whatever, the line, I can't remember what it's called, but and Major and Legend got to stand in for them because they were playing the football game. So I dressed them all up. They wore their shirts and ties, and they rode around in the cars with the princesses, and it was just, that's why it's home. Like, Dixie will always be, no matter where we go, it will always be home. And to be able to recreate that, like, I feel like when we moved to Timpview, we tried to recreate it, but it was not accepted. Because I feel like Andy is such an amazing coach. He has so much to offer the kids. He loves the kids. He didn't get to give what he gave here at Dixie because sometimes, like, politics, parents, like, things like that, like, it just kind of, it holds people back, you know? So I'm grateful for those memories. I'm grateful for this field. Another thing was, like, I would come to lunch with Andy every single day. Like, I would come, Andy taught financial literature at the time, and he would have all the football players come to his classroom for lunch every day. And we would play games. I would play games with the boys. We would play Captain's Coming. We would play charades. We would play freeze dance. I mean, we would just play things just to get the kids like interacting and bonding, becoming a team. And it was just so much fun. Just so much fun. I miss it. I do miss it. And I miss the feeling of family. And I hope that one day we can get that back, you know, and be able to have that again. Now coaching looks a little different, and it's okay. I mean, I've had to come, I think it was really hard for me at first when we moved, and, you know, we tried to make it the same, but it just wasn't happening. It wasn't going to happen. Our lives are so separated, like, it's more separated. It's fine. We've grown to that it's different now. And, but we will always cherish the memories that we had here at Dixie, and just seeing my kids come back here and want to play on the field. And I mean, look at them. They're just over there. Like, they love it. They love it here. They don't care. Like, it's the memories for my kids and the sense of family and what it was. And also, I have to tell you, here at Dixie, we had a semi-pro football team. Me and Andy used to run and own a semi-pro football team here in St. George, Utah. And we had a freaking blast, you guys. It was so much fun. I ran the dancers slash cheerleaders. We were more dancers, but we danced with palms. And I performed, and I ran all the half times. I did all the, you know, kind of the layout of how the game would go, the script for the announcer. Andy ran the football team. He ran the players. Him and Wayne did the concessions. Wayne Alafipo also did it with us, and they did the team and everything. And it was some of the greatest memories, but we would play on this field. It was every weekend during the spring. It was actually during the spring, and it was just so much fun. Just more good memories, you know? Anyways, sorry to blab on, but it's crazy coming back here and sitting right where I'm sitting, because I've sat here on this turf many times just watching football, watching my kids run around, play, walk around this track, and just being together as a family. It's really awesome.